guys, Marty here, guitarjamzdotcom, on a secret location in a bunker, 30,000 feet below sea level. Anyway, I'm on a little family vacation, and I want to let you guys know I've got this rhythm and chord expander DVD set that's on sale this week. You can leave a comment. I'm going to pick 5 comments to win that set for free. You can check the link below to see what's in that set. And basically, it's half chord vocabulary, but not that intimidating, you know, opening a book with a million chords in it, like real practical ways of developing some cooler chords. I'm going to show you a little Hendrix kind of thing right now. But then also working on your rhythm. And, I think it's a really helpful set. And I've said this to a lot of my students that really guitar playing, if you're playing in a band or things like that, it's like 95% rhythm guitar playing. But everyone always wants to do the soloing because it's the most fun. But these are the tools that are going to give you the ability to kick butt. That's basically what I've got. So we're going to zoom in. I'm going to show you one of my favorite little major chord tricks, and then I'll be on my way. Alright, so I've got my guitar here, and the technique I'm going to show you in this little lesson is a major chord that you've heard like Hendrix do, John Mayer, that's on Yellow Ledbetter, Don't Let Me Down by the Beatles, just like that. And so the basic concept is I'm taking an E major chord, that's what I'm playing, and this is what like a beginner would play for E major. Or an expert, it's a great chord. But then you've got this bar chord up here, which is like the A shape. If I took an A chord, moved it up a whole step, you have B, but you have to capo it with your finger here. Half step to C, whole step to D, whole step to E. So here's another way to play E major. You're going to hear they sound like the same chord. Different characteristics, but the same chord. And you can even hear if I took a D chord and moved that up a whole step, that's an E as well. So it goes on, and I talk about this in that DVD set. What I'm going to show you right now is we're going to take this E major chord. You got the root right there, and you got this little bar thing right here. And I'm actually going to let the open E ring out. That. But what we're going to do is we're going to do what's called an inversion. I also call this the Hendrix major chord a lot. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this note that's on the B string here, and we're going to play it in the bass, which is right here. And it's a G sharp note. So instead of barring it now, I'm going to take my index finger and I'm going to replace this ring finger bar with my index finger, but I'm also going to cover the A string here, just like that. So you got the open E, and then I'm going to take my ring finger and put it, it's called the major third of the chord, but I'm going to put it right there on the 11th fret of the A string. And you now have a new version of E major. If I moved it down here, it's D major. So what you kind of want to visualize is the root's right there from this bar chord. And I'm inverting it like this. Same chord. And so here's some really cool things that you can do if you're barring that with your index finger. And I picked E because we can get the open E in there, but you can hammer on any of these middle strings here. The A string, D string, and G string. You can hammer a whole step up while you strum the chord. Pinky right there. Okay, another thing you can do is you could take your pinky and cover these top 2 right here. You could also do that slid up a whole step. Also add the half step on the B string with your middle finger and a whole step with your ring finger on the D right there. And check this out. What we'll do is we'll go to the A chord version of that. And really, you just have this. An A chord with the open A string, but then we can hammer this right here. All the same tricks. And that's where you really get some exciting things, because more than one chord, more than one option. E to A. Hey, just a regular bar chord. Right to the open chord again. The basic gist is, so just to recap, any time you have this bar chord here, this A-shaped bar chord, like D for instance, or E for instance, you can do the inversion by barring that section and adding your ring finger a whole step up. So watch, if I went D up to E, I can do that same thing like this. So hopefully there's a little good tidbit in there for you. Remember, I'm going to pick 5 comments to win that set. You can see what's in the set down below there. And I want to just thank my family and the construction workers outside for helping me with this lesson. And yeah, when I get home, get back into the Guitar Jam studio and give some more to you then. Anyway, thanks a lot for the support, and we'll talk to you real soon. See you later.